It's everything that's under the skin. So if an organism does indeed penetrate the skin through a cut or an ulceration or a laceration, now we're going to have an inflammatory response, interferons, phagocytosis, and complement. I'm not going to put on my exam. It's too sophisticated and it takes too long. So our second line of defense is what happens if the organism actually makes it to the bloodstream, or makes it to the tissues, or actually gets absorbed into the intestine. Okay. So right now is a good time for me to discuss the definition of what's inside the body and what's outside the body. You do understand that when you eat food that's got bacteria on it, so it goes to the stomach. By the way, can you think of any chemicals there? Let's say that you eat something that's got a lot of bacteria on it. It goes down the esophagus into the stomach. You're feeling a little nauseous, but now it leaves the stomach and goes into the small intestine, right? What's the small and large intestine going to do if there's a lot of bacteria on the food that you just ate?
They're not going to absorb any positive.
You bet. They're going to shut all the doors and say, we're not absorbing anything, and we need for you to increase peristalsis. And that's when you're going to just barely make it to the bathroom. And then what's going to happen is everything's going to leave. And people will ask me, can I get something that's going to stop that peristalsis? And the deal is, if you're traveling and you have traveler's diarrhea, it might be a good idea, because I don't want you to stay in your hotel room for 2 days until this thing, finishes. So I might give you something to slow down the peristalsis, but the best thing is for that peristaltic activity to continue, and for you to drink plenty of water, and then you can get rid of that organism. Agreed? Do you agree that the organism that went into the intestines, and then right out the other end quickly, never made it into the body? You know that, don't you? You know that the mucous membrane that you see in your mouth is continuous with the esophagus, the inside of the stomach, the inside of the small intestine, the inside of the large intestine, all the way to the anus. It's all continuous. So that food can pass through there, but it only makes it into the body if it gets absorbed by the intestine, correct? Tell me where most of your water is absorbed.
Colon.
Large intestine, colon. Okay? That's why you get some patients that will take a bottle of vodka